Welcome back. We're here at the Lake Sunapee Region Chamber's information booth right on Main Street. Joining me now is one of the chamber members, Matt McClay of Pleasant Acres. Thank you. Thanks for joining us today.
Yes, thank you.
Tell us about your business.
Well, we're a landscaping, lawn care, snow plowing, and property management business.
Okay.
We started in 2001 and just work locally here in the Sunapee area, Sunapee, New London, around Pleasant Lake and Lake Sunapee. And we just take care of grounds and homes and whatever your needs are around your house or a business.
Okay, so just give us an example, like an example of a big job.
A big job for us would be a large estate that's a second home, and we handle everything from the spring cleanup and getting the place ready for the owners to arrive, or if they live there full time, for to start enjoying the outside. The spring cleanup, the bark mulching, the pruning, the weeding,
all of that. Wow.
All that stuff, and then the mowing when it starts, of course. And we do the occasional walkway or redo a stone driveway or a retaining wall or something like that. Plantings, of course, of new beds and gardens, flower gardens and stuff.
Oh, that's great to know. Okay, but do you do some smaller work too, just for example, mowing a lawn?
Yep. We can come in and just mow a lawn or just plow your driveway, or you know, we have some people that arrive for 1 week a year to enjoy their house, and we deal with it from when they leave to when they arrive again, from the inside and the outside. And then we have people that we just mow the lawn for, or just do some basic services. Okay,
and how many people do you have working with you?
It fluctuates during the year, but from 9 in the winter to we had 14 this summer.
Wow.
So. Yeah.
That's super. Let's talk a little bit about snow, even though I'd rather not.
It's that time of year.
It is, yes. And if we have a winter like we did last year, we'll be needing some snow plowing. Yeah.
Certainly.
Talk about those kind of services.
Yep. We offer full plowing and shoveling and sanding services.
Okay, that's nice.
We do commercial as well as residential. We have a number of plow trucks and some snow blowers, from handheld snow blowers to the tractor mounted snow blowers that we can do driveways with.
Yes.
We do shoveling of walkways, propane tanks, decks and things like that. And then we can deal with the ice with sand and salt and that sort of thing. Okay.
So. Yeah, that's good. I'm glad to hear that you've got the snow blowing option, because for some properties the snow blowing is better than the plowing. Explain some of the advantages of that, or what the difference would be.
Well, the snow blowing, you can avoid some damage to the landscape. Occasionally with plowing, there's nowhere to put the snow in some driveways, and you can avoid, the snow has to go somewhere, so you can move it to different locations with the snow blower easier.
Okay.
As well as some driveways last better without the plow. Stone driveways or cobblestone driveways, things like that. You need to use the snow blower on them, or they last longer with the snow blower.
It's a little more gentle with the snow blower.
It is.
Yeah, particularly if you've got ornamental things along your driveway.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, great. Yeah. So now that we're in the fall, what types of things should we be doing as property owners?
Sure. Well, it's time to start thinking about the leaves. They'll be down soon, and doing the leaf cleanup, and you know, one last mowing in November after you pick up the leaves is a good idea.
I'm surprised to hear you mow that late.
Well, the leaves don't really start coming down till October, as you know, and then they're all down. We like to start right around the change of the month, from October to November, picking up the leaves once they're all down, and then when we're there to do the leaf cleanup, we do one last mowing.
Yeah. Now, why is that important to get them up and out? I mean, I know doesn't look great, but there's probably some reasons we should get them out.
You know, they can tend to create mold and that sort of thing in the lawns and in the beds. There's different theories on it. Some people like to leave them down as nature's bark mulch or something, but we feel it's best to get them up and out of there. And if you're going to do it, it's a whole lot easier in the fall to do it than in the spring. So in the spring they're wet and compacted down, and they're harder to get out of there.
Right.
So it's more cost effective for us to remove them in the fall than in the spring.
Sure.
And thus for the homeowner, it's cheaper typically.
Yeah. What's the best thing to do with them? There's so many leaves.
Yeah. Well, we have truck loaders that grind them up and load them in the trucks, and then we compost them. So after a number of years, we can use them in beds and that sort of thing.
You have some nice soil and things like that.
We do.
Now, should we be mulching down our gardens and things like that too, as a little barrier to the cold?
There are certain plants that do well with some protection, you know, some roses, things like that.
Okay.
In general, we try to plant things that are hardy enough to not take that extra care and thus cost for customers when we do our installs of plants to pick things that do okay through the winter here in New Hampshire.
Okay.
But it's certainly something to think about if you're on the lake or up on a mountain or something. The wind can really be hard on plants.
Before the snow falls, they don't have a lot of protection.
Exactly. Or if we get some winters, there was a winter a couple of years ago that we didn't get snow till well into January, so they went through the whole December and first part of January with no protection.
That's very hard on the plant, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. Great. Okay. Well, good. Well, it seems like your business is doing great, getting bigger every year, and have a nice realm of services. Best place to find information is on your new website.
New website, pleasantacresnh.com.
Okay. Perfect.
Yes.
Well, very good. Or give a call and speak to you or one of your colleagues.
Absolutely. That'd be great.
Okay. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you.
Have a good fall. Take care. Check out more videos from the Kearsarge Chronicle here. And don't forget to click subscribe to keep up with everything going on in the Kearsarge Lake Sunapee region.